we have here a new video from Apollyon. Drama once again. It is static or unfair. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm a simple guy, man. I read drama and I'm gonna watch. Thank you also to Mark to send me this video for me to react. If you guys don't know, if you guys want to send me any videos or anything, you guys can actually go here into the Discord server and you guys can link it here for us to watch it. So thank you guys so much for doing this.
Boys and girls, today we have some spicy drama, some hot topics, some angry plays, died of will, smurfing in Battleground. Let me know in the comment section down below before we start. Do you guys think this is a tactic that the whales are using to get better results, or do you guys think that this is immoral to do, keeping your secondary stats as high as possible and then going in with a low resonance to try and match versus weaker players? Let me know in the comment section down below.
I think like it really depends. I mean, I heard like a few whales in a whale Discord. They were saying that, you know, if they want to reach to legend as quick or as fast as they can and they want, what they do is like they keep their secondaries up, they reduce to like 2,000 resonance or 3,000 resonance, and like that they will be able to climb very fast from, you know, bronze to legend, because they say like they are not used to they don't want to actually go and play versus newbies. Then whenever they reach to legend, they actually put back their you know, 10,000 or 8,000 K resonance. I mean, it is reasonable. Maybe they don't want to waste a lot of time in Legend, but of course, along the way, along the journey until you reach to Legend, you're actually gonna be, you know, pretty, you know, fucked. That's the word, because if you manage to actually go against one of these whales that has like 8,000 or sometimes even 10,000 potency or armor pen, you have absolutely no chance, right? So, I mean, it's also matchmaking fault, it is luck, but I actually do not disagree if sometimes, for example, the Battle Mage Wizard, if you actually put the Abaddon Curse, or you put the Falter Grasp, or you put even like the Crimson Behelit, those are very strong gems that can go along very well in that specific build. So in that case, I actually do not consider to be smurfing, I just consider that it is strategy.
Where do you guys stand? And keep it civil. We're gonna go check it out. What do we have here? Because there are a bunch of comments here and about 59 upward as of me recording this video right now. I understand that we'll spend tens of thousands of dollars and some 100k on this game and went to feel big and powerful by smurfing in Battleground and accumulating 20-30 kills. My goodness, they obviously don't want to fight other whales because they would get a few kills to no kills. It's annoying for us regular people who enter these matches with the premise of matching being a fair than having a whale smurf their way in by removing some gems and gear.
I feel like, to be fair, I mean, if you're gonna put your higher resonance, obviously you're gonna be matched with the other big whales, and some people, you know, they want to avoid. There are like two types of big whales as well. There are the whales that they are super dedicated into the battlegrounds, into the PvP, and all they do all day long, it is PvP. You have other types of like 10k whales that all they really care, it is about doing PvE, about like their Rite of Exile, about their Shadow Wars, about like the whole immortal thing, and they really actually do not enjoy as much to do PvP. So, I mean, it's again like one of the biggest issues that I feel like they do not speak a lot, especially in Diablo Immortal. It is like the fact that one of the main reasons why lower resonance are getting matched with like mid resonance or even high resonance or like super high resonance, it is because of the lack of players on the player base. So obviously in the bottom of you know, free to play low resonance, I will say like that's like the biggest part of the triangle. And then as you go up on the resonance, you have like the tip, which is like almost no big whales actually, especially like in Europe. Like we don't have a lot of like 10k whales or even like above that. So I will say that will be very hard for these players to actually get matches between each other. So if we had like 5,000 whales, you will never find a whale. Actually, you'll never face it on your matchmaking because they are all facing each other. So it will be nice to have brackets. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it should be a lowered reso bracket, a mid reso bracket, a high reso bracket. I agree on that. I just think that what will happen is that, because of the lack of the players in this game after all these years, these players at the top, they will just not have any matches or they will just stay in queue for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes per matches. And can you guys imagine like spending like 50 or 100,000 euros on a game just to not get any matches? Like we had this problem like many years ago. I think it was JT All Business. He made a video just talking about that he became so strong that the matchmaking will not give him any match. So I think what they did now and what they do now is like, imagine you have two teams. There is a total of the resonance. So if you sum up all the resonance and a few other like stats that I think it is the resonance, it is the substats, it is the legendary gems, and a few other things. You have a team A with 50,000 resonance, and they have a team B with 50,000 resonance. And along the way, you're gonna have one or two whales. You're gonna have some mid resonance, and you're gonna have like some lower resonance to fill it up the gap. The major issue that I found is like sometimes you just have like a 13,000 resonance, which is like so much stronger than a 9,000 resonance. So you have like 13,000 resonance and like a 6,000 resonance, and against like a 9 and a 8,000 resonance match, and then you have like some fillers. Like anything else in those matches are just fillers, and I feel like those matches in general, they were very frustrating. Also, we had like the duo queue on the new map that big whales in Europe, they were just abusing like AZ and Tamari. I think those are the two ones. Or I know that Tamari used to do all these duo queues, and you had like two like mega whales going in duo queue. And unfortunately, we don't have like many whales on the other side that could compete on that. So if you face them on the other team, most likely you will lose. And if they were on your team, most likely you were just going to win. And that's a way that the people were abusing actually this dual queue system.
Entered the match with 3k resonance when their actual resonance is like 9,000, 10,000. They still have about 50,000-60,000 damage and maxed secondary stats, and can sneeze and kill 5 players. Some just sit on the item and you cannot even damage them. It's extremely annoying and unfair of this game to allow this. I have also seen set wheels somehow get put on the same team back to back outside of 7-9 PM team up matches. Not sure what PM means here. And how this happened is curious.
It's talking outside of like the new map. I think that's what it means.
Blizzard NetEase prevent people from smurfing their way into battleground matches.
So if he doesn't know how they do it, I'll try to explain. So there's like this dual queue system that you can go into the battlegrounds, and if you go into your captain, and if we are inside the new battleground, I could go here on the convoy and I could tag along here with another person. So I can show you here. I could invite Lawrence, for example, and we could go together. The other thing is that you can do this in another different way. So I can be with you and I can just whisper you and say, hey, in 5 seconds, let's queue up at the same time. So we are in sync on the same time of the queue, and like that, most of the times you actually will be able to get matched up with most of your whale friends or your friends that way. It's a very common. A lot of people in my guild, they do that. It's just a way that can go and clash against each other or play on the same team or whatever. It is always fun whenever you have friends on the other team.
Please, I expect the downvote comes from the whales and people abusing the system who don't want anything to change. The rest of the players, I'm sure, are frustrated as I am and are hoping for some improvement. And there we go. It seems like we have about 59 upwards, and I'm gonna get
These, I mean, if you go on the Reddit complaining about the matchmaking or smurfing or anything that's like super popular, it is like literally free updudes, man. It's free karma. Absolutely free karma. Just go there, spam something like these. In these topics, they are always hot topics. They are always there. It's actually sometimes, a bit frustrating because it's also not the player's fault. So whoever does these, it's just like Blizzard doesn't seem like to even care. And I will also say that I feel like nowadays the way the matchmaking is, it is actually on purpose that you're gonna get and face these whales. So it actually frustrates you. So the frustration and the negative effect and feeling can actually have two outcomes. Or you quit the game and you don't play the game, or you feel frustrated. And a lot of people actually have like the reverse psychology, which in their mind is like, okay, if I want to be strong, I need resonance, I need to swipe my card, or I need to buy an account, or whatever, insert like the excuse, and they're gonna spend money in the game. So I feel like these nowadays, it is actually on purpose. I don't think any other way, because I think they could solve this if they wanted. So the lack of players, and also making these in an intentional way, leaves a lot of frustration to players.
give this one another upward here. I do agree that Battleground need a better matchmaking, but I do have an opinion on this as
Okay,
well.
let me see.
This smurfing is an issue every time a new Battleground season starts.
Yep.
And
then
I will try and
stabilize.
explain this. For example, right now everyone is mostly trying to reach the legend tier. You can see
Yep.
I am somewhat closer to the goal at the moment, and so sometimes I get easy matches, sometimes I get really bad matchmaking, and sometimes I go versus people smurfing. But once I will reach the legend tier and
Yep.
my points will be somewhat closer to 3,500,
Yes.
then smurfing doesn't do much, because you will be fighting versus other players with the highest points, and those low
It is called high legend tiers. So I don't know if Apollyon is gonna show you, but I can show you here that if you read it around here, it says inside the game matchmaking rules, upon reaching to legendary rank, as your battle's ground score increases, so the higher you go, so above, and especially it is more noticeable around 3,500, because there was also a patch notes back in the day that said around that limit, things, you feel instantly the difference, right? And as you go higher, you actually, the matchmaker will gradually place less emphasis on your overall power of your opponents and teammates, focusing primarily on your battleground score and rank. Okay, so it's like this is very important, because like win rates, also your rank will actually have a big impact. So what is the overall power? It is the aggregation of so many things, but mainly it's going to be your character power, including life, damage, resonance, legendary gems, and also I'm pretty much sure that nowadays they also include the secondaries.
lobbies will be like big boys lobbies with a lot of resonance, but still, until like you reach the legend tier, they need to come up with some solution so they can prevent people from smurfing, and so everyone can have a fun experience until they reach the legend tier.
I will say something. Nowadays, I feel like the matchmaking, it is better than it was like 6 months ago. Or I'm really lucky, okay? Or I'm really lucky. But for me, the experience, it is quite better. Especially on the way from bronze to legend. Yes, from time to time, I will say like one in probably like 15 matches, I get like a big whale matches. Or maybe one in every 10. But man, like 6 months ago, it used to be like one every 3 matches or one every 5. There was always like a very annoying match with the whales, and I didn't like it. Also, maybe now because like a lot of players, they just want to play on the new map. It is more competitive during that slot. Also, another people, like if you like to play the old map and you play in the morning, definitely time slots, they matter. In the morning, it is way easier to rank up. than at night. At night is whenever people are not working, is whenever like these big whales that have jobs and all these things, they come and they just want to chill and they go into PvP. So if you are a low resonance and you're trying to climb only at night, there is more chances that you actually also gonna get like these whales.
But anyhow, if we go back and take a look at the top comment here, it seems like NetEase Blizzard claimed that they have already fixed it. And the battleground resonance changes, we have found that some players lower the resonance level and use the power of the normal gem to have an unseemly advantage in battleground. We are now factoring in normal gem power when using the matchmaking algorithm to ensure a more balanced playing field. This is not working, by the way. Yeah, this does not seem to be working.
It is working. It is working nowadays because after they implemented this, there is a difference. I felt the difference on the matchmaking. However, matchmaking is not only dependent on this, and that's what I was trying to say. Like sometimes if there is these high players, these very high players are with a very high power, they could not find any match. I feel like the matchmaking itself will just fix a match with themselves, these high smurfs, and then like a bunch of fillers, so these players they can still play. So that's what I think it is.
Not sure how, they don't know, but it does not seem to be working from bronze till the legend tier. We have also optimized the matchmaking algorithm to now consider armor penetration, armor potency, and resistance.
These are just
Players
repeating
with
what's
high
on top.
values in each of these categories will be better matched to players of high resonance levels, so the strength of both teams of each side battle will be more evenly matched. So does not seems to be working, and basically everyone seems to be saying it doesn't work. Ton of comments here, let me know.
So I don't think it's 100% proof because, as I said, I also get like these well matches. I'm saying that the cadency of matches that you get nowadays is definitely less. Yeah, I was hoping for a bit more hot drama. Like, I mean, like, this is not hot drama. This old, stinky with mold, that you left on the attic. I mean, like, this drama is older than my... I was gonna say my grandma, but rest in peace, she's dead. No, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, we need something good. But either way, boys, go there, drop a like to our boy Apollyon, always coming up with some hot topics and hot content.